Something very interesting happened after Charlie Kirk got martyred. And I noticed that my private clients and my Worthy Woman Healing Group clients all had the same visceral reaction to Charlie Kirk's martyrdom. And maybe this describes you. None of these women are political, right? It's not a political group that I do. We don't talk politics. We don't even go there. We're just talking healing. And all of them had told me that they didn't even really know who Charlie Kirk was. Some of them never even heard of Charlie Kirk. Or they heard the name, had no clue what he was about, no clue what he stood for, nothing. And yet, all of them sought out the video that shows him getting shot. Now, I didn't even know that video existed. I didn't even know it was out there because I don't go there. And I noticed that in the groups, they were all saying things like, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm not sleeping. I'm getting sick. I'm having physical symptoms. I have this feeling in my heart, this feeling in my throat. I don't know what's going on. And one brave woman actually told everyone in the group that she had watched the video of Charlie Kirk getting shot. And then all of a sudden, all of them popped up and said, I did too. Oh my gosh, I did too. And it really messed with me. It really messed with all of them. The same with private clients. They were saying, I don't know what's going on with me. And then they'd share it with me. I say, well, what's going on that's new that you are doing or did? And across the board, it was they saw the video of Charlie Kirk getting shot. And again, this man, Charlie Kirk, meant nothing to them in the sense that they didn't follow him. Most didn't even know who he was. They just heard of his name. They didn't know anything. But after they saw him get shot, they decided to watch his videos. And I'm talking about all of his turning point videos. And they said they started binge watching him. And that video started messing with them even more. And that is what, since Charlie Kirk has got shot, I have been working with women on healing what they saw and that visceral reaction and the confusion that they felt about someone they didn't even know and how strongly it affected them. That's what we're talking about today. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Lisa Czak. I am the host of the Worthy Woman Healing Podcast, the founder of Worthy Woman Healing Group, which is the group I was just talking about. If you would like to master your mind and emotions, maybe around this whole Charlie Kirk thing or some other traumatic event in your life, you can join us twice a month where I help you master your mind and emotions so that you can have peace and clarity on next steps to take in your life, sleep again, get rid of those physical symptoms, those mysterious physical symptoms that keep popping up and you don't know why, because emotions come out as physical symptoms when we don't deal with them. I'm sure you can all relate to that. Drop a heart in comments if you have ever been under a lot of stress and suddenly you have a sinus infection or you get the stomach flu or you have mysterious headaches or backaches. Those are all emotions that are stored in your body that come out as physical symptoms when you don't deal with them. And that is my specialty, to heal your mind, body, and soul one trigger at a time so that you can have peace and clarity in your life. And so anyway, ever since Charlie Kirk got shot, it's crazy to me, the link. So they watch the video of him getting shot and then suddenly they want to know, who is this guy? And they're in love with him now, right? They love this Charlie Kirk that they never heard of, that they never could, they didn't even think about Turning Point. They didn't care about it. And these are not political, right? They're not like political women. This is not a political group. And the more they watch the videos of what he stands for with Jesus and God and standing up for the truth and bringing people closer to God and bringing people closer to Jesus, the more physical symptoms they started having. Then they show up in my sessions saying, I don't know what's going on, Lisa. I have all these physical symptoms happening and I can't sleep at night. And then we start digging deeper and I find out, oh, okay, it's because they watched Charlie Kirk's video of getting shot, and now they're watching all these videos of him, and they're storing those emotions in their body, and they're also confused. They're trying to talk themselves out of it. They're trying to gaslight themselves, saying, I don't even know this man, right? I shouldn't be having these reactions. I shouldn't be having these visceral reactions and not sleeping at night over a man I didn't even know. It's also activating them to do something, to do more in the world, to bring people closer to God, bring people closer to Jesus, stand up for the truth, stand up for God's word, which I absolutely love. So if this describes you, if maybe it's Charlie Kirk, or maybe it's something else. Everyone has trauma in their life. Trauma's on a continuum, right? What's traumatic for me might not bother you at all. And so everybody has experienced some kind of trauma in their life and they store it in their bodies. And sometimes maybe you won't deal with it, but then you'll get triggered by something and all of a sudden you're having physical symptoms. You're having a visceral reaction. Your body is reacting. Your body keeps score. That's a great book if you haven't read it. So what do you do? So like say you have this traumatic event like the Charlie Kirk. I'm talking about Charlie Kirk because everyone's talking about it and it has affected so many people, right? At a visceral level. And maybe you have a lump in your throat or in your heart. You do the healing technique that I teach in Worthy Woman Healing Group and in my private sessions. And this very quickly gets you to a place of peace and clarity. Now, because like Charlie Kirk, the news is always bringing it up, and you see Erica, and they just had his memorial and all of that. It's the triggers might keep coming like rapid fire, right? So you need some kind of help to help you through that, so that you don't carry. So you might be carrying Erica Kirk's grief in your body. That's crazy. We don't need to carry other people's pain. I was telling them, you're carrying Charlie Kirk's pain in your body. And maybe that's something that you have done your whole life. You take on emotions of others. Another word for that is codependency. I don't like to use labels and stuff, but that's like the technical name, is where you are taking on other people's pain. Being an empath, that's a big word, right? Empath. That's what that means. Like you have you can sense other people's emotions and energy, and you take them on as your own. They don't belong to you. In fact, most of the women I work with have extra fluff on their body, and they have it because for years they've been carrying around other people's emotions, pains, feelings that don't belong to them. And once they heal that inside, the weight on the outside just naturally kind of sheds right off. You are only as sick as your secrets. It is time to stop suffering in silence and join other women who are also on a healing journey, who are being raw, real, vulnerable, and honest with what they are going through in their life, what they have been through in their life. And wherever two or more are gathered, we know God is with us. It says it right there in the Bible. So there is power to group healing. Miracles happen in there. You have one woman sharing, opening up her heart. Suddenly everyone else in the group is saying, yeah, I've experienced that. I'm not the only one. There's such power in knowing that you are not alone in your suffering. You are not alone in your healing. And we meet twice a month. And in between those times, a lot happens, right? And it's important that you have time in between the sessions to practice the healing technique that I teach you, so you can come back into the group and celebrate with the other women. Hey, I actually remembered to do the healing technique in that moment. That trigger didn't derail me anymore. But it's practice. I'm also a personal trainer, right? You don't just get a six-pack abs by doing one sit-up. You have to keep doing it over and over again. You don't run a marathon. You don't go out and run 13.1 miles for a half marathon the first time, right? You practice running a little bit every day. And that is what we do in Worthy Woman Healing Group. Join today and tell yourself, I'm going to give this a 3-month commitment minimum, because I know I need time to practice outside of these sessions, and come in and get guidance from the other women on how to actually heal all of these wounds, heal my mind, body, and soul one trigger at a time. You are worth it. Yeah, that's the key to weight loss. It starts inside out. So put your hand close your eyes and briefly think about the traumatic event. Maybe it is let's use Charlie Kirk. You saw the video. Close your eyes. You see the video of that happening to him, of him getting shot. And where do you feel it in your body? Put your hand where you feel the physical sensation and describe the physical sensation. Rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 is I don't feel anything. 10 is through the roof. And allow yourself to feel it without making it go away, because that's what trips us up. When we try, I gotta make it go away. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to feel this way. And what we resist persists. So if you can heal one repressed emotions, you can get rid of and heal thousands of thoughts in your brain. That's a scientific fact. So think about that. One healed emotion that you're storing in your body gets rid of thousands of thoughts that you're ruminating on a daily basis. So the reason you want to describe the physical sensation and rate it is because you want to stay out of your mind and go into your body. Sorry, Elvis was going crazy. Elvis is my puppy. You want to stay out of your mind and go into your body. Give your poor mind a break. It's working on overtime because you keep thinking about that video you saw of Charlie Kirk getting shot, or whatever traumatic event it was. I'm using that again because that's what is current right now. And you just simply sit with it. Allow yourself to feel the physical sensation. If your mind tries to pull you back, then you describe the physical sensation and rate it. And you send it love. You send it love. Yeah, you send that uncomfortable feeling love. And it's crazy how quickly you will go from a 10 to a 0 or a 10 to a 1 because you intentionally allowed yourself to feel it without resisting it, without saying, go away, go away, go away. This is a simplified version of this. The best way to learn this is to join Worthy Woman Healing, where you get to practice it twice a month with us in a group. And then you get to go on a retreat to the Caribbean, and we heal by the sea. It's so magical. So if you are interested in joining Worthy Woman Healing Group so that you can master your mind and emotions, maybe over the death of Charlie Kirk, or fill in the blank, whatever traumatic event, and you want to get to a place of peace and clarity, and you do this like in the moment, and you can do it very quickly, okay? Talk therapy will only get you so far. I'm not a big believer in talk therapy. In fact, in our groups, and I've done healings on people I didn't even know, right? Strangers that I never met, and they never even told me what they were healing from, what the traumatic event was, what it was that they were ruminating on, going through, and it still worked. This is a way for it to work in the here and now and not take years of talk therapy. So remember, find it, think about the traumatic event, find it. Steve, if you can put it up there. Number 1, find it. Where in your body is it? Feel it. Actually feel the physical sensation in your body. Love it. That's number 3. Send it love. And the 4th thing is heal it and be on your way. Remember, you are worth it.